everyone, welcome to the channel. It is March 25th, 2026. I have here some notes from March 23rd. I'll read them for you now. Somebody said that she had the taste of blood in her mouth, and that sounded like the curator. So somebody that he was energetically, mentally linked with or whatever, he was tasting whatever she was tasting. Someone said, now there's nothing else to do. So it's like whoever their person was, I don't know who this woman is, but apparently she's energetically like soul, whatever, they share the same whatever, because he's tasting what's in her mouth. And now there's nothing else to do. There was a lot of quiet space, almost as quiet as it was when I was a kid, you know, before the adult world started making all this noise in my life and in my head. But the entities are still talking real low, quite maliciously regarding the people of the earth. Again, these ones discuss their belief of ownership of a soul whose body, their temple, has medicine in it. These ones are constantly complaining about the women or a particular woman speaking freely, and that people are listening. These consumers of souls want to shut down the people's connection to source. They want to sabotage their Merkaba, their light body, their chariot that they utilize to travel to and fro. Their chariot, which is used to receive upper dimensional transmissions and then manifest it into the world. So they use the medicines. There's something in the medicines. I believe it is graphene. They focus in on this medicine, and then they change the frequency of the water, and they kind of attack the heart chakra and the mental at the same time. They feel the only ones allowed to speak in this telepathic community is them and those who they have given permission. These folks seem to have issues with the original organic human being because our lives and minds don't stay the same. We evolve. Our perception of self and the environment around us shifts constantly due to the experiences we have. Typically, when we aren't being manipulated by unseen abusers or seen abusers, we evolve, constantly becoming a new version of self. What's happening right now is that people are coming into the new version of self. They have evolved through the suffering, through the atrocity, and through the karmic lessons that they have learned. They're stepping up. The way we see, the way we perceive, the way we choose to be is constantly shifting. If we're serious about being and adding value to the soul, becoming something greater than we were before, then it will be. These nasty masculines run on patterning and pattern recognition. The original organic human being evolves through challenges and interference, constantly morphing into something new. The bad guys, these ones that are all about patterning and pattern recognition, must continue to keep tabs on the original being in order to try to study it and understand it so that it can mimic it. Since they aren't like us, they cannot understand our special alchemy and transformative process. Much like if there's no malice in you, you will not recognize it if somebody is being malicious toward you. You can't really know what you are not able to do or what you have not experienced yet. There's a lot of people out there who are taking the identities of others who have experiences, and then they're claiming that they have those experiences, but they don't have the foundational root system or the strength to uphold that fantasy. These ones can't predict your flow because they don't know which path you're going to take when you morph. So they attempt to drive the mind and the life with this technological and magical sort of Wi-Fi Hulu streaming through the mind and through the energy. And they like to attack the heart chakra. They send things in to break it. Like they did, I've been getting a lot of heart chakra attacks lately. Many of you may as well. They're not very fun. So because they're not able to recognize your organic evolution system, they attempt to hack the consciousness, which requires a relationship and energetic entanglement. So they can hack your consciousness and then drive this streaming radio show or TV show or whatever this is, this repetitive sequence of thoughts about betrayal, about self-loathing, about shame, about heartbreak. And they like to go in and break the heart chakra, give you pain when they're giving you this emotional, mental sort of thing. And they want you to get distraught and then lose your balance and then start wrapping it up in your emotion and your memory. But because you've already done your shadow work and healed that trauma, it doesn't affect you like they would like it to. Each individual would need to choose to command their mind, to be led by the emotional rhetoric, or to rewrite or erase thought forms and or manipulated feelings. Master the emotion, master the mind. About 15 years ago, these ones were streaming this constant stream of negative self-talk through my mind. And I was like, this has got to stop, right? Because that's not my heart. It was like, it just never stopped. So I started watching Dr. Joe Dispenza's videos, and I started to train myself how to manage the highways of my mind. You get to choose which thoughts get to repeatedly run through the mind. And if you don't like it, then you can change the verbiage of it and then repeat that over and over and again until you change the vehicle that's driving on that pathway in the mind or whatever. So it can be tricky, the internal flame, because sometimes the inner fire gets very hot. And it expands really quickly and powerfully these days. So one question I was asking myself, am I able to shift it if I focus on it? Is it malleable? Because it felt like an interference. And so I started to focus on the interference, and I'm starting to wonder, can I shift it? I mean, I know, alchemy and all that, but can I mentally change it and do something with it? So I'm not an energy, I guess maybe in some sense I am, but I never have consciously tried to manipulate energy unless it was inside of my own self. I never did try to manipulate a circumstance. God's in charge, knows what I need to come into alignment with. So, control the emotions or be controlled by them. That was a tricky one also, because these emotional things, these thought forms, and then this attack on the heart chakra can really get some heartbreak, mental disturbance kind of wrapped up together. And then you have this big, and you got to do something with it, right? Or you're going to be, the next many hours are going to be messed up by it. Because it comes on and it's not coming from it, just so there's that. Apparently Donald sacrificed this magistrate long ago, and a while back Donald was being reprimanded, because they said that he knew that she would be a valid competitor if she ever came out of that curse, if she survived. And she has. And that fellow, whoever this Donald fellow is, has been sitting in her identity, her role, her authority for a long time, RAPing everything and everyone. They've gotten very wealthy off of the suffering of humanity. So Donald owes the mother and all of the children and all of the fathers who have been chemically altered. At 3:33 a.m., there was a song. Someone like you, I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me. Sometimes it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. They chose someone else. It was never love. They've been siphoning the love out of the heart of woman for centuries and giving her the thumb, under my thumb treatment. They never wished the best for us. Why? Because it's been thousands of years and a whole lot of suffering. Nobody did anything. Nobody wished the best for us then. So there were some bigger sounding fellows that were discussing technology they use to transfer souls. These ones really poured a lot of foul energy into the soul of the mothers, the divine feminines. They have had to put themselves back together after every intentional, heart-shattering, soul-shattering, gut-wrenching betrayal. They cannot contain or control her choice to live and love. Regardless of the abuse, she keeps reincarnating and try again. They want to transfer divine feminine's soul to trap them. They've got they've been in the United States anyway, so there's been magic done all over the mental bodies of everybody here. They've been cloud seeding for decades, and two of the main ingredients are barium and aluminum, which are BAAL, ball. President Trump mentioned it the other day that we spray things that nobody else sprays, and that we were going to find out about it because it's going to be, come on baby, light my fire. And the thing about it is that this aluminum is in everything. It's in the body. Every temple has a massive amount of metal in it. 5G, according to Philip on my post, I made a post about it. He said, yeah, 5G is a weapon, and he said to enjoy that or something, that it's going to light your fire. And that's what it is. They spark the 5G and the metals in the bodies, and then everybody goes poof, and they go on fire. They burn them alive. This has happened many, many times, apparently. And they're planning on doing it again. A serious heavy metal cleanse would be in order, like as soon as possible. Divine Feminine gave these ones everything. And these masculines and their hater females covered the Divine Feminine in darkness and death. The filthy energy that they were producing and playing in. And they blamed her for it all. They covered her in the blame and the shame of their life. And they were sucking the love out of her and then transferring their own addictive qualities and then effing with the mind and the life, driving people into failure, driving people into alcoholism, driving people into these things. And this is one of the things, you got governments that say that the people are failing. The pricing of housing is skyrocketing. They have allowed the toxification of all the food, the water, and the medicine. They have given people cigarettes, and back in the 50s or whatever, they said it cured your headache. It's going to make you feel so much better. And now it's like, oh, now everybody's being shamed for it. Trust the science, they say. And it's a mind F, totally. And the thing about it is that they can't blame the people for being failures in their life when they were driven into it by the very ones who were supposed to guide them correctly. Feed them good food so that they could be healthy and strong for the good of the country or whatever. But that's not their intention, obviously. They told everyone that Divine Feminine was a violent person. They were in her energy, using her gifts to destroy, to hurt others with her energetic signature. And now that she has been emancipated and they cannot tap into that energy anymore, it seemed very clearly that they are the ones who are that. She's not that. She's the opposite of that. They said she was a hoe, but she's been celibate probably for decades and for lifetimes, while these ones just karmically, magically transferred sin energy onto her. They cannot blame this loving woman or women for what they worship. These men worship war. They worship death. As soon as a mother can birth life and nurture it into adulthood, these guys are busy to unalive it, get rid of it, dominate, and it's crazy to me. Because that's not leadership. It's not domination. Leadership is about restoration, rebuilding trust, rebuilding a safety. And dominating people and destroying them doesn't build safety. It doesn't provide good examples for the children. And it does a lot of psychological damage. But it's intentional. So God said that they were warned about worshiping death, and they will get what they deserve. Everything they put into the Divine Feminine's mirror, her energy, they will be held responsible for. Everything that they put into her mirror is coming back to them. And there are many women that had many men and jealous copycats pouring nastiness into every mirror of every divine being. They were transferring all of their nasty energy onto the divine being and then sucking the divine energy out of the divine being, transferring it. They have technology or whatever that they do this. And it's been going on for centuries. But the bridge has been mended. So they thought they had us trapped here because they had destroyed the trees. They had separated the crowns from their root, and they had caused a bunch of instability here in the middle ground. Well, everybody's back online, and everybody's giving their testimony. Every nasty thing they did to her over the past many centuries will be done to them. That's what God said from the beginning to the end. There was a vision, a man. So he was standing naked and he had light skin and he was a larger fellow, kind of like what you would see like the Greek gods, these big giant men, naked. And so there was like this big male, but it was a fallen angel type guy, and he was standing there and he had a big old phallus, and somebody was there wielding a hooked machete, and they brought it up and they went, and it just sliced that little phallus right off that body. And then the vision ended. These guys have been RIPing everybody. They've been getting off of it with it. And the thing about it is that this phallus business, it's not like regular divine connection. These entities, whatever they are, like that's a feeding tube. Like they stick it in and then they draw the energy off of the chakra system in the womb. They just drain the organic being of its life force. They are feeding. They're actually feeding whatever these entities are. These ones are being told that they poured their energy into her. She had to alchemize all of that suffering, and they are responsible for all of the pain that they poured into her. And somebody said, nobody told us. And it's too late. Because they were willing and very eager to harm a woman for no reason other than profit, a gain. To destroy the mother to destroy she who gives the life for no reason is not godly, and it is not even manly. That would be a fallen angel practice, most likely. This big, pale-skinned masculine here as an uninvited guest, masquerading as a human who is loving. But these entities don't love. They like to cause pain. Apparently, it's too late for those who were extremely inconsiderate. Then there was a song. And I don't remember the lyrics. And I need you to stay. I need you to stay. And then, can't you see what your love means to me? They said my love did not mean anything to this person, nameless person, long ago, forgotten person, still in the energy, refusing to forfeit connection. I don't know these people, but they think they know me. They think they know you. These people from long, long ago who've been feeding on our soul. They come in, deflower us as young women, and then they disappear, and then they spend the rest of our lives dumping their shit into us, transferring their sin. These people are sick. Obviously, the love did not mean enough for them to return it, to share it. So, no, this is an unknown energy junkie that was simply siphoning life force and love from a pure being, downloading their own vile, foul anger energy and instability into the earth angel. They used them to process their sin, to alchemize their sin. He used Divine Feminine as a compost pile, a recycler, and he sold her ability for profit. And her pain. Because when she was in pain and suffering, they got to siphon that energy as well. And some people really get off on it, I guess. They're a bunch of freaks. So then there was a woman talking, saying she has the strength. She's the only person, so now there is a woman speaking or wanting to claim and harvest this other woman who does not know them at all in life. These are unseen watchers who like to step in to their next identity. They target people who have been gifted perhaps a reward, perhaps they have finances, a house or whatever, and then they scope them out, and then they want to go take over the identity by what? Walking into the body. Body snatchers, body hoppers, pod people, invasion of the body snatchers, freaking fallen angels walking around in animated corpses. They're getting robotic wives. Do they have a digestive systems? They're not going to be able to take them out to supper because they won't be able to digest whatever it is they eat. I mean, these guys are really going for the AI. They don't care about original organic women. They've already sold their soul into the system of this AI, and they are simply here to feed it the energy generators. And apparently, there's only 10% of humanity which are actual generators. And like, I don't really know what she meant when she said that, but she said that there was like 10% generators and 90% manifestors. The way that she explained it was the generator, like, I guess, receives something magnificent and then actually manifests it. It's like they can just manifest it in their hands. Something that's never been created before. They can just make it happen. And then everybody else can make, manifest more copies, right? They can copy it. But the generator kind of comes up with the original idea that's never occurred before. And then that example or whatever then gets made more rubber stamped or whatever, maybe tweaked a little bit. So apparently they want this woman's life, they want her energy, they want her title, they want her status, they want her gifts, they want her ability, they want her source connections, they want that consciousness. They're talking about prophecy, and they say that she belongs to da. Take it as it resonates. There's something about a time code. And they are talking about a woman's self-defense. Apparently, it's legal to carry back and forth across the river. These ones want to do a 3D physical attack against this woman. These lovely men masquerading as husbands and fathers and protectors and guardians and leaders have been destroying the life of the woman for a long time. They despise her ability to speak freely. They despise her having anything intelligent to say. They despise her source connection. They want to shut down, curse her crown, and then deny her any education. They want to cut her off from everything. And God's fed up, so there are adjustments being made, and we're going to have to wait and see how that goes. That's this message, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.